Hey everyone, I thought I'd do a quick flip through of my sketchbook so far. It's a visual journal, which I do bullet journal type stuff in it, like collections and things. I decided to switch over to a visual journal because I just prefer the paper. I'm not really fond of the paper in bullet journals, and I wanted to move into doing more sort of arty type stuff because, well, you know, I like it. So I picked the visual journal and I absolutely love the paper in this thing. It's just brilliant. I'll talk about that more at the end. So the cover I don't like at all, so I did draw a cover for this journal, but I don't know whether I'm going to stick it on or get it printed and stick it on. I don't know. So this is the cover that's going to be on my journal, and also I get the journal cover pretty trashed from pencils, so I thought if I'm going to stick that on I'll have to do it at the end. So we start off in December, and this was a collection page, things I love about Christmas. So it's me and my daughter decorating our Christmas tree together. I'm on the right, my daughter's on the left, and that's her piggy Reuben. And we had a rainbow Christmas tree, and I was like, I just want to draw this moment. So that's basically what I did. These are my old characters, I've just recently changed them. And then I decided to draw us sat on the sofa watching movies, because I think that's one of the best things about Christmas is, you know, with a blanket, watching movies. So there's my favourite Christmas movies. And then favourite Christmas food, because food is my other favourite thing about Christmas. So I decided to do realism, and like, it is realism, but I kind of went my own direction with it, and I quite like how it came out. I was also testing the back of the paper with this piece to check that you could draw on both sides, and yes you can, but my characters are better on this side because it's slightly smoother. So from then on I do characters on this side and realism on the other. So this was the Happy New Year one. And these were my cherries realism. I actually really enjoyed making these cherries. It was just so fun. I like how they came out too, and I really like when you pick it up you can actually see all the pencil marks that I've put into it, and there were so many because there's like a million layers on this thing. So yeah, I just really love drawing those cherries. And then I drew my daughter riding a pig of corn through space with rainbows for reasons. We were just sat on the sofa, and I thought that would be a really good idea to draw that, so because she's magical, so that's why I did that. And then I drew donuts because she loves donuts, and I was getting them for her birthday. I got her a birthday dozen from Krispy Kreme, and I really love how the pink donut came out, but I'm really not fond of how the yellow one came out. I don't think I did it right at all. Like, it just doesn't look real, and the pink one does look real, so it just looks really out of place. And I really like the icing because it looks like you can pick it off. You can't really see it in this light, it's not very good. I'm using really, you know, basic equipment here. So then I decided to draw, well, I decided to do a glass heart because I love that Billie Eilish song, My Heart Made of Glass, Mind of Stone. So I had to just draw a glass heart after that. And this has so many layers in it. Doing all the shadows of the veins and stuff was really difficult, and I did just so many layers, but I think it came out just exactly how I wanted it to, and my art rarely does that. So I was just really happy with how that came out. And again, you can see all the pencil marks and everything I've done to get it to where it is, and I just love all the little details in it. And it took hours. I think probably this is the one that's taken me the longest to do, but it was fun, so it's worth it. And then I did a collection spread for my daughter's 14th birthday, and I do one of these every single year. So I've got it from when she was born until when she was 14. I've just done it in a variety of different ways: blogging, scrapbooking, videos. So it's all her favourite things: games, books, school, her height. So I knew she grew 3 inches last year, which is like lots. So it's just so fun to compare her at every single year of her life. So I really enjoy doing that. So then we have TGI Fridays. So we love TGI Fridays, and this day we didn't really have a very good day at all. So we went to TGI Fridays afterwards, kind of a spur of the moment thing, and it cheered us both up, and we just love the food in there. And I just had to draw that moment, and I think that's what I love most about doing this, is that I get to draw these moments that I have rather than writing about it. I can just visualize it, and I think that I'm more of a visual type person rather than a writing type person, so I just really enjoy doing that. And of course Ruben came with us, so he's in the picture too. He's a little Minecraft pig that she takes everywhere with her. So then I drew a space machine because I was trying to work on my space colouring techniques, because they're just not where I want them to be at right now. So I had a lot of fun just practicing with this, and this picture took the least amount of time, and I just had so much fun. So I used holbeins, and the background outside is watercolour but inside is pencil, so I was just working on my pencil techniques. I got this idea off Sydney Nielsen Art. I'll link her in the description. Hers is way better than mine, but you know, you've got to, if you want to do something or get good at something, you have to practice it. So this was just me practicing that. And then I drew a cat. Again, I'm not very good at fur, so I was like, I'm going to draw something fluffy. So this picture, I use a royalty-free image site, and this picture of the cat reminded me of the cat I had when I was growing up called Roxy, so I was like, I'm just going to draw her. I love how the eye came out, but I don't really like how some of the fur details came out. It came out better than I was expecting it to though, and I really like the nose too, but this area is like too like white, and the streaks around the eyes are too perfect, when on a cat it's not perfect and they don't line up together exactly like that. But that's how it came out, so I just went with it. Sometimes you just got to roll with it, so that's what happened. And then I did the outside black so I could really pick up those like fluffy details on the mouth and everything. And then I recreated my characters. I've always wanted them to hug, and they couldn't hug because they're giant heads and they were too fixed, and I just didn't want that anymore. I wanted them to be more expressive, to pose them. So I spent the entire day sketching in my practice journal, and then this was the proof of concept draw that they could hug, and they can hug. So now they're really happy because they can hug each other, and I've been wanting to show them hugging the entire time, because me and my daughter hug all the time, so I want to show that. So this was my journal so far. I've still got quite a few pages to go in it, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like so far. I used the Visual Journal by Strathmore in vellum. I find the too smooth for realism, so I used vellum. It's got 270 GSM paper in it. You can use both sides of the paper, but I do find one side is smoother than the others. I don't have any like transfer or anything like that because I use fixative, so I can use both sides of the paper pretty easily. I did struggle using drawing on the back of the cat, but that was just because I'd used a knife in my journal for the whiskers and stuff. So it's really good. I do have a smaller one as well that I use for practice sketches and things, but I find it too small. So I'm working at the moment on getting a new sketchbook that's an in-between size, because it is just too small for me to use. So the large one's too big and that one's too small, so now I'm working on getting a visual journal, but a slightly bigger one for my everyday journaling, because I have moved more into visual journaling. For the pictures, I coloured them all with luminance pencils, polychromos pencils and holbeins pencils. I adore luminance pencils, they are my favourite for realism. I don't think I could have got the effects I could have got, like that I did get with my realism without them. The colours are just spot on for doing realism. But yeah, I also use polychromos because their colours are like pretty dark, so you can get that really good depth between the luminance and the polychromos. And I, as an artist with my realism, like to really over exaggerate that dark light. So here's some of the polychromos. I've got the 120 set of those two, and these are the holbeins. I only have 12, there's just a couple of duplicates here. I used that for the prashines, and I used it for all of the pastel rainbows, because I think pastel rainbows look way better than actual true colour rainbows. They're just more magical to me, so that's why I did that. So yeah, that's basically it so far for my visual journal. I'll probably do another flip through now when I finished it. And I really want to show you my everyday journaling, so when I get my new sketchbook I'll be uploading more about that. If you'd like to see that, subscribe to me so you keep on top of my videos, and follow me on Instagram because I'm pretty active over there. And I also want to show my everyday journaling, so I will start uploading more videos of me doing that once I get my journal, because I don't even have it yet. And if you'd like me to go more into detail about all of the tools I use, then let me know in the comments and I'll do that. But for now I'm going to say goodbye and I will see you soon. Bye!